All stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. We'll open the meeting. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen.
Old business.
Did you call the meeting, Laura?
You did before we did the pledge.
Oh,
Second. I did.
yes.
We need to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
Yes,
Yes. Last two meetings?
Last two
the
meetings.
last two meetings.
Yeah, I saw that on the thing.
Sorry, I got behind.
That's all right. I was just reading it on the computer today.
I bet that was exciting, wasn't it?
I was supposed to be working, but
There, Donnie.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second the motion. All in favor? You just missed the pledge.
And that's all the minutes?
Yeah,
And we just approved the
I just approved all the minutes.
That's fine.
secretary update.
You ready for me to roll?
Yeah, let me get back here.
Let's-
I think it's,
I really don't have, yeah, you just got the minutes, there's nothing really in there. Got a couple of things we need to, I guess, kind of decide on learning opportunities. The city stopped them from here, which they should have, beginning as of today. They normally clean on Tuesday, they didn't today because I told them not to as of yesterday, because I didn't know what we wanted to do. I told her, I said, give me a month so we can figure out what we're doing, and then I'd follow up with them. Are you all
So,
good with that, or?
Rich, what do you think about that? I mean, do you got the manpower to, I mean,
The person that does it does a really good job, and the only problem I have with it is she lives in our home, and Lord help me, I'll have to listen to that one. She was wondering why she wasn't down here today, and it's like, well, you'd be,
well,
I mean, how much is it, Jackie?
It is, $13.83 an hour. It's based on minimum wage. So as minimum wage, it goes up. She does about 8 hours a month, so it's about $110 a month.
a month.
A month.
That's not much.
Well,
And what she does is they clean the and I talked to Courtney, that's how I got this information, but she cleans the bathroom, she wipes off the ice machine and the tables and stuff. She shakes out the rugs because we don't have a sweeper up here. I asked her if that's something she needs. She said it's not necessary, it'd be great, but it's not necessary. There's just 2 rugs that they shake out. They broom sweep, they mop, they clean out the windowsills, take out the trash. She said there's both sides, she does the whole thing.
Yeah.
So she said it takes about 2 hours a day. They come on Tuesdays. We provide the supplies.
well,
So-
just my way of thinking was, you know, for the first year, we're gonna have to just watch our pennies quite a bit. And that doesn't sound like much money, but
Every bit counts.
maybe you guys can, pitch in and pick up a broom every now and then, or, do what you need to do, and just see how it goes.
Okay.
And then if it just gets so bad that hey, we gotta do something, then just let us know. But, for the first year, it's gonna be penny pinching, because we're just kinda scared of what we're gonna do, what we got.
Yeah.
Next thing is, dispatching fee.
So I will call, okay, so I will, do we need a motion to stop with LOI for 12 months? Until we determine our
Yes.
finances. So I need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Just, Rich, can you, I don't know where it fits in or not, but we've got so much going on for the next month.
Mhm.
I don't think it would be a bad idea to have a meeting a month. It may not take, or a meeting a week. It may not take 10 minutes, but
Right.
it may take an hour. Now, if you all agree with that,
I have no problem with it.
okay, if you agree with that, then that's what I'd ask Rich, if he could set up something with Monroe County Dispatch
Mhm.
and have them come over so we can talk to them to see. I don't know whether I don't know. It's something that you'll have to decide. But There's no other department around us that is paying for dispatching fees. Nobody. But we're the only department that has parts of 3 counties. So, and it's a radio check that you guys will have to do yourself. And I'd like for you to get it done before we meet with them to see if Marion County does, both Marion and Rawls, see if they're capable of billing or paging us out,
They are.
and see if Shelby's capable of paging us out, because they're supposed to be Monroe County's backup.
Okay.
Now, here's where I'm going with this, is I live in Monroe City. I just did it last week. I called 911, or called Marion County and said, hey, I want to do a test page of my house. I live in the city of Monroe City. In Marion County, I dialed 911. It went to Marion County. I gave them my information. They transferred it to Paris.
Yeah.
So if you're directly paged out of Marion County, you guys would have got the call quicker.
Save 1 or 2
But
minutes.
we need to make sure that it all works first.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason that we are paying dispatching fee, I think. Now, for several years, we tried to get them to drop dispatching fees. And as I was told, it was all political, we couldn't do it. So the city always allowed it in the budget. This has nothing to do with the city anymore, it has everything to do with us. So if you want to set up is that okay with the board to do that?
I
set
have
up
no
a
problem
meeting.
with that.
If it's not next week, whenever you can set it up, and whatever works for them.
Yep.
Well, I'm in agreement with you, why are we paying for something if we don't have to?
So I know, I just talked to Blair about this last week. I know ambulance is paying so much a year for it. Monroe City, the city utilities, and we was calculated in with that, and the PD. And, Paris Fire, Madison Fire, and Monroe County ambulance are all paying. a
Paris
certain-
Fire told me they weren't paying a thing. That's what his chief told me.
She said it's been 5 years. I think 5 years ago is when she left up there,
Mhm.
and that was as of then.
I just talked to the pair chief for that information I passed out last week.
Yeah.
They don't pay a dime.
Yeah.
And as far as the ambulance is concerned, the reason they pay is they have call-outs.
Yeah.
They'll have a transfer, maybe that's why they're paying.
Yeah.
And the reason the city's paying is they may have dispatch, a utility outage at night, so they're night called for that. That's why the city's paying, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But that's up to the city. We don't care anymore about that.
I don't know. Would you want her up here too to kind of help? Because
Who's that?
Blair. Because there's not
No,
very many people in.
whoever's the head of the dispatchers who I went up here.
All right. So they don't know a whole lot up there.
I guess Joe Colson.
Well,
Yeah.
whoever's in charge of Paris 911. I mean,
Joe Colson.
Yeah.
so, and I don't mean that cold-heartedly about Blair. If Blair wants to set in on it, that's fine. But, Marion County, they do their own thing. The ambulance does their own thing, and that's what we are. It's just like the ambulance district now, our own district.
Yeah.
And we were tied in with the city before, and we're not now. So, is that okay with the board? Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. We need to speak to the head of the horse.
Whoever's in charge. And see what they expect out of us, and we'll just have some answers, okay?
Yep.
All right. Anything else on that?
I talked with Rich, and I'm going to talk with Melinda Dexter up there at Abel's on fuel and see what I can get there. The utilities, let's see. Phone and internet, who do you deal with on phone and internet? Do you know?
I think it's Spectrum.
Is that both, phone and internet? Okay. All right.
Let's go back to the fuel.
Yes.
Did you find out anything about the
Yeah.
card thing that we can transfer to you, or?
The fuel man or whatever.
That's what they use now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Oh, me? No. Sorry, I was writing. I thought you were talking to Rich.
No.
Fuel man. No.
I mean, that system seems like it works out great for you guys.
Because they can go anywhere?
I mean,
Okay.
but if, when we have to pay for it, then we need to look at a different angle.
Mm-hmm.
I think, what was it, the assistant, whatever you wanna call her, up to City Hall, she said that they don't charge you unless you're late on your bill, then they charge you so much. Or whatever. I don't know.
I don't think they're doing this for nothing, though.
I
Well,
can't
I wouldn't think
imagine.
I
so.
wouldn't think they would.
They gotta be having some kind of kickback.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm under the impression it was like 20 cents a gallon, if I'm not mistaken.
What's that now?
I'm under the impression it was like 20 cents a gallon service charge for that.
They
That
charge,
fuel man charges that for
Oh.
the,
they charge up 20 cents above the price of the gas?
yeah, that was my understanding.
Wow.
So if you go out there thinking you're paying $3, you're actually paying $3.20.
Yeah,
And they just put it on the card, so that's why they're thinking they're not getting a fee.
well, there's a few people that said it's not free, it's like
Yeah.
20 cents. I mean, because why would they do that for nothing?
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know?
they couldn't stay in business
Okay.
for
Well,
nothing.
I had to, we had to find out. So,
Okay. Well,
so how are we gonna do that?
what about, well, I know we talked about MFA, I mean,
The thing is getting their trucks in and out. And MFA getting their trucks in and out makes it really tight, is the way I understand it.
Is
that
Um,
true?
MFA has shit fuel in the winter. They jill up all the damn.
They do.
Okay, for sure.
We had that problem when I was still, yeah.
BP would be my best suggestion on, just like wintertime, if we could get fuel at BP, there's so many semis and stuff fill up out there.
You can set up a charge.
Usually
account.
don't.
Well, let's just,
Yeah.
let's just check at both places.
Okay, I'll check a BP and Abel's.
So,
Right now, what are we gonna do?
you gas up.
You're using your fuel man and we will settle up with them.
Until,
Yep.
Mhm.
until we get things straightened out,
No.
We're not trying to change anything.
I just didn't know if
But
that
we're-
was canceled. You
No,
know,
No.
No,
No.
we're not trying to leave you guys high and dry.
Uh, So I'd say whoever offers the best price.
Yep.
Yeah. There you
Now,
go.
back in the day, we signed tickets. Is there, I don't know, what's the best?
What I did ask Rich, before everybody got here is when you buy something, if you have fuel tickets, if you buy something at Roby's or whatever your all's deal is and all that stuff, there's a basket on my door, throw them in there, sign it.
But
Sign
if
it though, and put what it's for.
But if it is not signed, we will not pay for it.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, right up front. If it is not signed, we will not pay for it.
So signed and what it's for.
And what it's for,
Please.
and what it's for.
Their
Yeah.
dollar limit.
Yeah,
Might as well put the mileage on it too.
well, I mean,
Well, that's
I'll
what-
go
If you
back
get
to
a charge account
That's-
up there, you're gonna have to put it in anyway, aren't you? At a Amoco or BP or whatever?
Yeah, what we do
Yeah.
now, we'll just leave we already have that in the deal or whatever, and you
Yeah.
have to put the mileage and the date and who did it
Yeah.
and
Yep.
the gallons and what it cost.
Oh, you have like a
And you
clipboard?
also have to get a receipt and you have to put the receipt in there with it.
Perfect.
Yeah, now, I'm not worried about the fuel as much as like,
Right
if
there.
you have to go get something, some supplies or something, that's what I'm really talking about.
Like on the road, yeah.
Not
Well,
yet, right now.
We have not discussed that
I
yet.
mean, we need something from Roby's, we need to go get wipers for a truck.
If you need something like that, if it's a major thing, like we told Rich last time, if you have a major incident, he's gonna call me, I'm gonna do a solicitation to all the board members, we'll vote on it immediately, and I'm talking about major, I'm not talking about a windshield wiper.
Yeah.
And then, when we have the next meeting, we'll verify that it's, being, but we're changing things, and we're actually kind of reinventing the wheel, but, we'll have to look at your SOGs later on to see what, like the city right now, I think gives you $1,000 spending limit, is that?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
we'll just have to look, but if you need wipers, or if you need a quart of oil, whatever it is, you know, that's fine, and, you know, once we start seeing these things come in, we'll start tracking, and we'll realize, hey, wait a minute, why did we change the wipers this week, and you change them next week, and you signed a ticket, I'll say, why'd you change it? You know, that's how close we're gonna watch things for a while. Not stopping you from doing anything, just being very,
questions, yeah.
and not that you didn't, you know, I think you guys have done a great job, but we just gotta watch things for a while.
Utilities have been, for this building, have been moved to us as of today.
They gonna pay the other half that hasn't been paid?
That's pretty simple.
They will pay up to September 30th. They'll pay up to the time the readings were taken today.
Alright.
I have also had a picture of those utilities, so I know about where they should be when we do get that bill. We got that, we got that. Insurance, I am working with VFIS with Carla, actually Carla Myers. So I've been working with her on that. She had a lot of questions. When I talked to Carl Scarborough today, I was talking to him about that, and I said, we don't have work comp right here right now. So that's probably through Myrma. So they canceled all of that at that last meeting. Did they cancel the work comp too?
On,
Myrma?
At
At the city, the council.
You know that question?
I don't remember that ever coming up.
I never talked about it,
I don't think they
not
ever
to
brought it
us,
up at
not
all.
to me.
Did they cancel us with Myrma? Somebody said they canceled the fire department with Myrma because it was, they already had VFIS and it was duplicated or something. Not ringing a bell?
Not ringing a bell at all.
Okay.
No. We did a thing for health insurance.
Yeah.
For the new season or whatever.
Okay,
but
right.
nothing for
Okay.
Myrma,
So
no.
he said we should probably go out and get bids for work comp. So I've got a couple venues I can look at in that. So I will work on that. I have the majority of the payroll information I need,
Just make
and all of that stuff.
maybe we ought to make a motion for you to go out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to go out for bids.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
And I'm gonna do personal contact bids. Those aren't gonna be running in the paper. I mean, I'm just gonna probably,
Perfect.
That works.
yeah.
Same way with gas.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Same
we
with
need
gas.
bids to go with, who wants to bid for the, or gas?
I'll make a motion to go out for bids on gas.
Second.
You know, when we do that, Buckman's is such a pain in the butt to get into, though, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
What's the easiest place to get in and out
good
of?
enough.
It is a little bit better
BP.
after they did put in that other pump, because now you got two pumps now.
But I
So
was
it
out
is a
there,
little bit better.
I was out there last week, though, and
But
they were out of fuel.
the receipt, the thing with it's the deal with the receipt, you can't get no receipts from the pump.
Okay.
And the wife works out there and.
So you
it's a
guys
joke up there when it comes to
are okay with the two
That's okay.
places we're talking about, then, right?
No receipts.
Shell and BP?
Huh?
Yeah.
66?
No other places?
That would be my two
Okay.
preferences.
And my reasoning for that, if I'm asked about it, is because it's the
Railroad.
ease of getting in with and out with vehicles.
Yeah, Railroad is filled up at Casey's one time and got a tank full of water and ruined motor injectors and everything.
Well,
I mean,
100,
they paid for it, but
you know, but that could happen anywhere.
yeah.
100 years ago, we got a tank full of contaminated fuel from Shell too.
Yeah.
It cost us about $2,000, so that could happen anywhere. Just to make that perfectly true, okay?
It had bugs in it.
I have looked into a bookkeeping system for our payroll and our financials and everything like that through QuickBooks. For the payroll, for the system that I was looking at, the cheapest program is gonna be around $85 a month, plus $6 per employee that we have. It's kind of, I mean, I know.
So what's-
17.
Thank you.
So
I'm
what's
starting to count.
What's it cost if you have someone do it?
I'm not sure.
Like payroll company?
I'm just saying this, I don't know.
Now, they send in the taxes, they send in garnishments, they send in all that
The
stuff.
company that you're,
Yes,
okay.
QuickBooks
So
would.
you're talking
So-
$200 a month, basically.
Right,
So, okay, I'm gonna throw this out
How
here.
much
guys.
per
Don't scream
employee?
at me, but I'm gonna throw it out here. What would you all say if we went quarterly on payroll?
Be fine with me. Not here for tomorrow, so whatever it does.
We need to look in to see what's cheapest.
Jackie, Emily Garris does it.
Huh?
Emily Garris does payroll for some
Yeah.
businesses also. I don't know
Okay.
if it's worth looking into.
Yep, I can look into that.
It's cheaper.
Well, so you're gonna look into
I can check with her.
that in quarterly?
How much
Yeah,
was
'cause
it
I don't know
for?
what,
I mean,
like,
I'd like-
Paylocity or
I
any
know the
other
reason I
places
mentioned
charge.
that. You know, the board had me
I'm
to
curious.
call surrounding
I use
departments
QuickBooks on my little
for
business. so-
payroll
Yeah.
and
And it works
I've
great.
how they
used
so-
Quicken
pay
and I've
and,
used
you know,
QuickPay out there.
everything,
but
the whole
I
thing.
use Quicken. I've
And-
also used Microsoft Money.
everyone around us, except for one, gets paid quarterly. And the reason they do that is because of cost. I don't remember which one it was. One of them gets paid once a year.
Shelbyville.
Shelby.
I'm not too sure it's not Shelvina, but don't quote me. Everybody uses it for Christmas bonus, what they said, so it wasn't much. It wasn't near, nobody gets paid like we do. But anyway,
How much was it per employee?
$6. And if you move up in your
so,
status, you know, if you get moved to the next level of the QuickBooks stuff, then the price goes up because they're providing more services
I'm
for you
sure.
and that sort of
the
thing.
I'm
the key to
sure.
that payroll though is if somebody's taking care of all the tax information, so that's
That's a
the
big
nightmare
deal.
right there.
That is huge, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, if they're
Yeah.
sending all that stuff in.
Well, what we're talking, I don't know this, I've got this in my notes. Do we need to set up something for drug testing? I'm not talking about monthly drug testing, I'm talking about if there's
You
an
didn't have
accident.
random pool or something?
No,
No, we're just.
You're just talking post-accident,
accident drug testing.
Yeah.
No, we're not
Accident
talking-
drug testing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
post-accident.
Yeah.
Cause that's what I did
Yes,
when I wrecked, I went right to the hospital and got it done.
because that's one of those things that I asked surrounding department, nobody does that. Random testing.
Okay, so we're just gonna do post-accident, no random, and if we're doing that, there's no need to go with Tomo, because we can just send them to the, you know, the clinic or whatever.
So somewhere, what else you got? I'm
That's,
just going through my stuff.
that's about all the note papers I can find, I didn't have anything on a napkin. Okay, all right,
Sound
The
like my boss.
last thing that I've got on my list here is, we're gonna set up a meeting with dispatching.
mhm,
So we need to sit down with VFIS
correct,
and have them exactly tell us what we got and what it's gonna cost us.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of confusion, I think, in,
Well, that's what I didn't understand. Are we with Murmur or are we with VI?
we go with Norma.
What's that?
well, VFIS.
VFIS. We'll
Okay.
say whatever we gotta do to stay.
And
with
I'm
VFIS.
wondering, I know we're gonna have Monroe County come in. Do you want me to get a hold of Marion County and have them have a rep come in? So that at least we have two that comes in and see
Sure,
which one's cheaper and go from
Sure.
there and which one gives the
Well-
best benefits.
that'd be a good idea, just to see what they all have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Okay.
Mike still down there, or is he retired by now?
Oh,
I
God, I
thought
don't
what's his
know.
face was there.
Where,
What,
Mary?
Ted Marion?
I think he's still there. Michael?
You might call?
Yeah.
Oh, Michael,
Okay, yeah. The only reason.
okay, so we're gonna have Marion and Monroe County come in,
Wait,
Yes.
Not yet.
not yet,
Okay.
Will both of them be able to talk freely? With both of them being there together?
oh, I don't know that they need to be there at the same
No, I
time.
don't think they ought to be here at the same time.
Oh, I thought that's what you meant.
No,
Okay.
no,
No, no, no.
no, separate.
We do it one week and the next week we do the
Yeah.
other one.
Or-
Cause if we're gonna meet every Monday for a little while, then bring one in one
Every
week.
Tuesday.
Every
Tuesday,
Tuesday.
yeah,
Or
we're
every Tuesday,
Tuesday.
Yeah,
sorry.
we'll do Mondays.
Perfect. Yep. Good idea.
You just need to let me know when they go so that I can get VFIS scheduled, so.
Mm-hmm.
The only question that you'll have to find out is, you probably ought to test it, to see if Shelby County, at one time, Shelby County we went clear to Rensselaer to see if we could talk to Shelby County from Rensselaer, because that's the furthest that way.
Mhm.
So you probably ought to check that to make sure if they can do that still. Our repeaters are the same, or probably stronger now, I'd say, aren't
Well,
they?
we just put a brand new one in there
Yeah.
last year.
I thought so, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Shelby's backup for Monroe County if they go down as well.
what's that?
Shelby County is backup for Monroe County if
Both.
they go down.
Supposed to
Supposed
be.
to be, yeah.
I don't know if they checked that or not. Well,
They used to.
sounds like you guys are about ready to.
Okay, that's all I had for the secretary's stuff.
So, you have, I don't know where we'll squeeze this in, and you have don't you have some paperwork
For the employees.
for the employees?
Yes. So
You-
as you guys are all going to be hired as new employees for the fire district, we need to have, I think we're gonna try to do a sit down, get through the paperwork, probably meet with each one of you guys individually just to see where we're at with everything, that sort of thing.
It's just, I don't know how long it'll
A
take.
very casual 5-10 minute,
So
you
how
know.
long do we have, when do we need to do that?
I don't care, whenever it suits you.
Do it on a meeting night. We got a meeting Monday night.
We could do it Monday.
Okay.
Basically what's all
Is that
right
okay with you
there.
guys?
Correct.
Next Monday?
Makes no difference to me.
We can do that.
Can we start earlier?
Monday
or-
night, you have landing zone at the airport with,
What time are they gonna be here?
be here at 7:00
Well, if we start at
with MU1.
5. Now, here's the other thing though. Who all's gonna be in this? Because if the whole board's in
No,
it, we
it
can't
just-
have the whole board in it.
And what?
Why can't you for interviews?
Well, then it's a meeting. I mean, unless you have an executive session for them all, which is fine. That's fine.
Run that by me again.
So if we have all the aldermen, all of our board directors here, and we're meeting with employees individually, we need to call an executive session
For
that.
that.
Now, if you only had, me and you and one alderman or one board member,
Don't put us as all.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a bad word.
One board member, then no, we wouldn't have to.
Remember, I'm free.
I know you are. Unload, go right ahead. So yeah, so we want to call an executive
We
session?
do. And
Okay,
It's paperwork, ask questions. It's your time, one-on-one, to tell me what you think and tell them what you think, and I'm only gonna give you one chance to do that, so that's the time, okay?
and there really won't be any minutes taken
Yeah, it
during
won't
this.
take
This
time.
is,
It's
this is just a casual,
formality.
yes.
So I won't be here Monday.
Okay.
We're going on our honeymoon. I can do it the next week or.
Well, I think you ought to cancel your honeymoon. I don't want
Yeah, I know
Now,
what
what
I
are you
want to tell you.
thinking, Brandon? My
Yeah.
goodness.
to.
Honeymoon, what's
Do it
that?
the next week then, can we? We can do it at our next meeting week. We'll make it work. But just remember, you won't get paid unless you do the paperwork, okay?
This is true, yes.
That is true.
So we want to meet on October 7th.
That's his honeymoon, ain't it?
Are we going to move everybody to the next week, to the 15th or 14th?
You just move me if you want to.
We could do it.
14th.
If we have an LZ, we could move them. Y'all wanna do the next Monday?
Do what you can this coming up one, and then anybody that can't make it can come to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
Because
That'll
mine
work.
will be questionable as well.
That'll work.
Okay, so
Depending
we're
on
gonna
the farm.
schedule
Oh,
an
that's on
executive session for October 7th and October 14th for personnel. And my question is, what time you starting?
What time you guys wanna
Your
start?
meetings are at what,
Meetings
6:30?
are 6:30. What time you wanna start?
It probably,
6 o'clock?
probably wouldn't be
5
bad
o'clock?
idea to start at like 5.
That's what I was thinking, 5 o'clock?
Perfect.
Or-
5 o'clock.
That works.
Work?
Yeah,
Better send that out and remind me.
yeah, we're good. Okay, so the 7th and the 14th, does that,
No, that's fine. I'm on call. I go on call at 8.
and then we'll meet on the 8th, we very well may meet on the 8th,
That's fine. Hang on.
because that'd be our normal
Start
meeting.
with an executive session and then do a regular session after that.
That's what we do it. We'll
I mean, we're
hold a-
gonna
we'll
open
hold a
the-
regular session, close it, go into executive session, open it back up to a regular session.
So the first open session will be 30 seconds, right?
Won't be,
Okay,
don't
Yeah,
wait-
and then we'll probably
don't
have,
waste your time for that because
right, that's
we'll
what I'm
be
thinking,
closed.
yeah.
and then
So
we're
like
just
6
gonna,
o'clock
Yeah.
roughly would be the regular.
Well, are we gonna do a regular meeting that night, or are we gonna do them on Tuesdays? We're gonna go both these meetings those Monday nights?
Not to come, so, yeah.
I
Okay.
won't be here the 15th.
What's
Okay.
that?
I won't be here the 15th.
Going on a honeymoon?
Can't make them all.
I
All
know.
I'm saying, there's plenty more.
Just
I'll
letting you
tell
know. I got
Ralph's supposed to be here tonight, so.
him and Ralph.
Okay, then I,
Yeah, and I won't be here November 16th.
okay, moving on.
Alright. Hell, I forgot where we're at.
Well,
Moving
we're done
on.
with the secretary.
We are done with the secretary update. Treasurer's report.
Okay, so in your packet,
Thank you too.
Yep.
you have the breakdown of everything. We have $269,903.50 in our account.
Less 400,000.
And then on the back of that is a copy of the bank statement and my check stub, so you can see that it all balances. Bills payable are all in here.
You got, you see, boys?
So our bills are $10,378.20. This takes care of 2 months of mine, because we didn't have a regular meeting in September, so that was for August and September's. 2 months of phone bills for the cell. We've got our utilities, our electric and our water, election costs for Marion County, Banner Fire, and then Lake Gazette, which was for the tax hearing notice. So.
Did we ever get, I'm not having any luck with the security system.
That's what I
No,
was getting ready to
and
ask.
that's
Did you
right,
all get
you know.
ADT?
I have not had any luck with them either, and I have tried calling. I end up
Okay.
on hold forever.
I'll take care of it.
If you can get a
I've
hold-
tried to get a hold of that one guy, and I emailed him, I texted him, I called him, and I never got anything. Kevin Wright, was that his name?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'll take care of it.
If you can, yeah,
I'll let you know.
Thank you.
don't need to fix it or pull it out, one or the other.
Okay, so the
Put a
treasurer's
damn
report.
antenna on it like he's supposed to, that was the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was supposed to have
Yeah.
the antenna.
So I need a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
All
If
right,
if you guys are good with it.
while we're, okay, go ahead. I'll
I'll
make a
make-
motion, go ahead, I'll make a motion to approve the bill payable.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and what about the treasurer's report?
All right, next on the agenda.
I'll make a motion.
Oh, you did the treasurer.
I'll
I
make a
mean-
motion
There you
to
go.
approve that.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Trying to hurry on.
Thank you, Donnie.
Okay, moving on, yeah.
Bill payable.
So we're now down to the new business.
New business,
Which
city
we
and,
kind of already really
We
discussed.
pretty much have done.
and,
Everything there.
I would put underneath new business, you know, we had these folks to go out there and bust their butt and clean the station so we could have a barbecue, so we need to be thinking about a date or something at the substation so we can invite Rensselaer people and the people around there and see if we can drum up some, firefighters.
what is,
I don't know, October sometime.
that's what I was thinking, what is, that's on a Thursday.
Halloween?
Well, I was thinking do like the 26th or something, which is like right before Halloween.
That's a Saturday.
On a Saturday, it needs to be on a Saturday.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking on Saturday that way, because most people ain't working.
Yeah.
And
Saturday afternoon.
they can bring their kids.
Yeah.
and,
We'd have
you
a
know,
costume party.
and do something to kind of involve, make it a family thing to show that the fire department's truly about family. I mean,
Sounds like a deal to
I'm
me.
assuming it still is, but
Do some soup or something, we'll figure that out, we'll figure
yeah.
the menu out.
well,
So you wanna go on October 26th is our tentative date?
You are going to, email us all these damn dates, aren't you?
That's what I'm thinking.
I think I'm just gonna start a calendar and just start writing. 'cause-
That's why I told her, I said, you are
Yeah.
gonna send out text messages on all this, right? 'Cause
Let's hope I
remember all
don't forget them, yeah.
I
okay.
won't remember them all.
So we've got the tentative date for that, possibly like a soup and sandwich type thing. Do we wanna do a costume type thing for the kids? Or just ignore it and it's just a casual, come as you want, soup and sandwich?
I'd say come as you
Soup and
want.
sandwiches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
soup and sandwiches come to
I'll
your yard.
throw a couple pork loins or something together.
Okay.
I'll figure that.
What time?
3 o'clock. I don't know. Most usually people on Saturday take off to go somewhere.
I would say,
We could go from like 4 to 7 or something like that,
Sounds good.
Yeah, 4 to 7, 4, yeah,
or 5 to 7. That doesn't matter to me.
4 to 7.
4 to 7.
Pick a date. Pick a time.
26, 4 to 7,
4 to 7.
work for everybody?
Is it all clean and ready to roll, Rich?
It was, yes.
Oh, like,
They went out. and
Nobody's been
cleaned
out there
Okay.
since then?
okay,
it. Yeah, they went out and cleaned it.
okay,
Les Clark tore it up.
Alright.
okay. we
Plenty
got
of toilet
that done.
paper and all that
Awesome.
out there?
Anything
I think,
else?
yeah.
We don't
I
need
just
to
think
go
make sure
executive,
the
huh?
facilities
No.
are ready to go out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Especially we're
Okay.
getting chili soup
Other
all out
business.
there.
Anything else? What's the city of, what's the
Yeah, you
city
might
of?
put the blue walk up there too.
City and Monroe City Area Fire Protection
18,
District.
19.
That's
It's a
everything we've already
Saturday.
talked about. That's kind of what I was, yeah.
So,
I do have a question though. You guys are all employees now. Do you want me to email you minutes and things like that based off the emails that Rich gave me somewhere?
Can you repeat that question?
Mike, let me check the email from you. Might have you.
So do you guys want, okay, then what I'll do is when we have our meetings in the next week or two, I'll get your emails and I'll get an okay from you to do it then. That work? Okay.
Are you sure you want to do
Well, it keeps some advice as to when the meetings are and that sort of thing. And the minutes are open public anyway. Not executive.
that? I'm trying to lessen your load, not in.
Well, if I'm gonna email you guys, I can email it to me, you know. So it shouldn't be an
Do
issue.
you have a wife?
Other business.
Right now, it is like up there.
We had scheduled an executive session, but we're not gonna do that, so. I guess this is where I would say, or I'd like to say, that's the thing about the fire protection district that we got passed and we got taxed. Just this board, this is our only thing to think about. We're not like the city. The city had the fire department, everything else to think about. This is our sole purpose, so if there's something that's going on that you guys need to talk about, don't be afraid to say something to all of us. You know, we'd like to do it at a meeting, not just one-on-one. And if it's something that needs to be done in an executive session, just ask us, you know, just tell us what you need. We're here to improve. There will be changes. Before we make any changes, you all will know about it. We're not hiding anything. Unlike when the city was running it, we're gonna be right up front. Right up front, like it should be. So, just keep in mind, we're here to make it better, and I think we will. Thank you guys for participating.
Do these guys know how to get a hold of all of us? Do they have access to that information?
We can put our maybe Rich can, have you got our phone number?
Do you have all our phone
I
numbers?
don't have everybody's. If,
Or when we give you all our information, next meeting, then
We can swap paperwork.
Swap
there you
paperwork,
go.
yeah.
Well,
There you
and
go.
I'll tell you what, when we meet with to pass out papers, you know, to get your, that'd be perfect time.
Right.
That'd be perfect.
I just
time
wanna
to
make
get your
sure, you
phone
know.
numbers,
We're gonna be open, everybody ought to be able to have
Mm-hmm.
access to us and.
Anything else? I would like to make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second, third, fourth, and fifth.
All in favor?
Aye.
That looks much better.